Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of You, Me, and He, a podcast that, while you were still learning how to spell your name, was being trained to conquer galaxies. Do you guys know what movie that's from?
I don't know. Josh says
Hey, why don't you try that again?
Dude.
No, don't. Let's just move on.
You guys don't know what movie that's from?
No.
Dude, it is a glorious film called Battlefield Earth with John Travolta.
Yeah, I definitely did not.
Yeah, no. Never saw that one.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea because I just checked today and it has a 9 on Metascore.
Out of 100?
That's a 9 out of 100. Yes.
Dang.
Anyway,
I didn't even know what Metascore was. I was just guessing.
I'm glad that you didn't know what Metascore was, and you also did not know what Battlefield Earth was. That's a good thing. All right. I am your host, Rob Lambert, and tonight I'm joined by my co-hosts.
This is Josh Frankenstein.
And this is Drew Carroll.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I almost did the Andrew thing. Yeah.
What the heck was that?
A Wookiee apparently is sitting next to me this evening.
No, for real.
A baby Wookiee, though, because it didn't really come across manly.
He lost the deep growl.
Or maybe that's what an Ewok sound is like when it's turned on. I don't know.
It's your turn. It's your turn.
This might be too obscure of a reference, but it kind of sounded like Fizzgig from the Dark Crystal. Is that?
There you go. Maybe you should have opened with that.
There you go.
What
Anyways.
is that?
You've never seen The Dark Crystal?
No.
Dude, that's like a cult classic movie.
Did you watch The Room yet?
No.
That's definitely a cult classic movie. Rob's turn. Moving on.
All right. Well, speaking of people who are amazing stars, like Mr. Tommy Wiseau, fellas, did you hear that this week Weird Al Yankovic got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
Okay.
Are we sure?
So they are just giving prizes to everybody.
Where's my star? Where's my star?
It's true. Everyone gets a trophy.
Oh my gosh. You guys aren't Weird Al fans? I mean, come on. This guy is a music icon. Am I right?
Well, if you want to look at music from a satirical perspective, sure. Yeah.
It's still questionable, dude, in my mind.
I guess he does have the market cornered on ripping off every other person that's out there just to utilize
dude.
like
To fill it in with talking about farts.
Yeah, there you go.
I want to say this is the Jack Black of music, but there's already one of those too.
Dude, if you're having a bad day, there's nothing like popping on My Bologna. It'll cheer you up every time. It's so good.
Do you know how long it's been since I've listened to a Weird Al Yankovic song?
Dude, even when the times that I did, I would still rather
I don't know if it's been long enough, actually.
It never should have happened. I would always rather listen to the original than his version, dude, no matter what.
But speaking of Weird Al Yankovic, so this was like a year or two ago. I can't remember. There was a photo taken of Gwyneth Paltrow when she was like walking through the airport or something, like coming back, and she had just gotten outside the turnstiles, and apparently she had ridden on the same plane with Weird Al Yankovic, but he was like 20 feet behind her carrying 2 suitcases,
just looking down.
Kind of like trying to like not look at the camera, but kind of was looking at the camera type of thing. And apparently it set off this like rumor that Gwyneth Paltrow and Weird Al Yankovic had gotten together or something.
Oh
like that.
Yeah, right, dude.
That's amazing.
Because that's a rock star she always wanted.
Yeah, dude. Have you ever heard about him with anybody?
No, but I'm pretty sure he opened for Coldplay for a little while.
I do. I do like Coldplay.
Just adding fuel to the fire.
Okay. So Weird Al getting a star, I personally think that's amazing, but it got me thinking, if Weird Al can get a star, are there some people out there who maybe deserve to have a star but haven't got one yet? So I looked up this list of stars who have not got their name on the Hollywood Walk of Fame but should. And so I wanted to play a little game with you guys tonight called Star or No Star. So I am going to read you a name of a famous person, and you're going to tell me, does this person have a star on the Walk of Fame, or do they not? Okay?
Can we call the game Star or Rats?
Sure. That okay.
Because Rats would be like no star, but it's star spelled backwards.
Clever. I love this. Good job.
Like rats, I didn't get my star.
That's why you're the conspiracy guy.
Clever girl. Okay.
Perfect.
Let's start off with an easy one.
Okay.
Gentlemen, star or rats? It sounds so
love
weird
it.
to say that.
Yeah, it does. It's kind
Here
of
we go.
fun.
Star or rats? Adam Sandler. Does he have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
Does he right now?
Star.
Yes.
Yeah,
Star?
I gotta
What do you
say,
say, Drew?
dude, he definitely has to if Weird Al
Star.
has one.
He has a star. That is correct.
Yeah, baby.
Okay.
There it is.
Okay. Let's
Check
try
his
another
net
one.
worth, dude. That'll tell you.
He bought 5 of them. 4 of them are holding places.
Okay, speaking of net worth, Oprah, star or rats?
Star.
Rats.
Not
Okay, wait.
what you think of her. It's does she have a star?
Oh, sorry. I missed the concept of the game.
So, Drew, you say star. Josh,
Dude,
you say
of
no
course.
star?
Isn't she a billionaire?
I'm saying rats.
Dude, all these TV
Rats.
shows, huge TV shows.
Rats.
Yeah, she does.
Here we go. Oprah Winfrey, no star.
Rats, baby. Yeah.
Really? I guess.
Yeah,
On it.
dude.
I
On
guess
it.
they do. Well, sort of reserve it for talented people, semi-talented at least.
You don't get a star on the Hollywood
Okay.
Walk of Fame for having a book club. You just don't. Okay.
and a buttload of money.
yeah.
Speaking of incredibly talented people, Eric Quaylen himself, Mr. John Lithgow, star or rats?
Star.
Star.
Of course he's got a star. Good job, guys.
Except it went into the concrete as Eric Quaylen.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Once
All
again,
right.
proving that it's littered with mediocrity.
Okay, speaking of mediocrity, David Hasselhoff,
Oh, you-
star
dude,
Definitely a
or
star.
rats?
Hang on, first of all,
Yeah.
you bite your tongue. Definitely a star.
Definitely star. He was
That
on
is correct.
Baywatch.
He has a star.
Yeah.
He does have a star.
Dude,
That is
Germans worship him. Of course he has a star. There's an entire country dedicated to him.
correct. Okay, let's try another one. Kanye West. What say you?
Rats.
Unfortunate star.
Rats.
Okay, split on this one.
Yeah, rats.
The correct answer is Kanye West. Rats. No star.
Yeah, baby, man, I'm good at this, and I hate Hollywood. Like,
Seems like you know an awful lot about it.
Talk about a conspiracy. Okay. All right, let's go for a last one here. Josh,
yeah,
very dear to your heart, the greatest actor of all time, George Clooney. Star or rats?
greatest actor of all time. I feel like this is a trick question. He has half a star, actually.
I mean,
Okay.
he probably has 2 stars. One for men who stare at goats and one for Oh Brother Where Art Thou. Two
know.
worst
Oh, brother,
movies.
where art thou?
George Clooney has a star.
What say you, Drew?
How could he not, dude?
All right,
He's
George
Hollywood
Clooney,
Bachelor.
Come on,
greatest actor of all time,
give it to me.
Oh.
Batting 1,000 tonight. Come on.
does not have a star.
Oh man, that sucks.
It's because he's always
I couldn't
playing
believe
those
it. I
sad,
couldn't
lonely eyes.
So, real quick, just to run this down, a few more people who do not have a star. Beyonce,
Dude. What?
Brad Pitt,
What?
and, dude, the boss, Bruce friggin' Springsteen. Does not have a star. But
Oh, okay.
Jackie Chan and Keanu Reeves do.
Oh my gosh.
Keanu Reeves,
So-
dude.
Like,
Yeah.
what did George Clooney and Brad Pitt do to piss everybody off?
Exactly.
Or
They starred in Ocean's 11 together.
No. Actually, Ocean's 11 was pretty good. It was Ocean's 12 that was really terrible.
Oh, there's the problem.
those were all people that I would have figured for sure had a star.
There you go, dude.
Man, I can't.
So it just makes you wonder what's the criteria.
Dude, no, it really makes you wonder how Weird Al got. If I was one of those people and I was watching the news and it came on, breaking, Weird Al gets a star, dude, I'd be so pissed.
Yeah.
If I'm Brad Pitt and Weird Al gets one, dude.
You're like, they didn't put my name on some crappy sidewalk in a crappy neighborhood.
Or
Dang it.
you're Beyonce, dude.
The thing they didn't tell you was that Weird Al Yankovic's star was actually like nestled between two buildings in the alley sideway, just off the Walk of Fame.
Yeah,
So
it's on Skid Row. There's homeless people crapping on it right now.
he's probably down there polishing the star every day.
That's beautiful. Anyways, so yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. Josh, how was your week,
Nice.
man?
My week was pretty good. I guess you could say. I mean, I did have one bad accident. It was a Code Brown 911 week.
Oh my god!
Wait, why are you laughing, Rob? I don't understand. It's not a
Because
funny situation.
It is when it's not you, and this is going to be amazing. Please go.
I know exactly what he's talking
Yes,
about.
Andrew does because he fielded the call.
Oh no! Code Brown 911 emergency. What is it? Oh, we know what your emergency is. Never mind.
So
That was the first time he's ever called me frantic. I was like, wait, what's wrong, dude?
we'll get there. So earlier this week, we started soccer season, and obviously I'm coaching 3 teams in soccer this season.
Sure,
So,
obviously. Everyone is.
You're living the movie, kicking and screaming, basically.
yeah, basically. And so earlier this week, I had to go down to the park to pick up all the forms and everything, get the player lists, and sign up for practices and all that. And one of my good friends that lives here in town is coaching with me all 3 of these teams. He's helping me out. And so we went down there. We picked up all of our forms, signed up for practice, got everything done right, and picked up our gear, took it out to the trucks. Well, we ended up staying out by the trucks just talking for like an hour. But the unfortunate part is you ever have those moments where you just feel like the bottom drops out?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You're just like
Bubble
oh,
guts.
yeah. Like the gases are turning.
Bubble
like
guts.
they're,
The only
you
Real
you
quick.
were on a countdown. Like,
for sure.
Like,
You have
just
to,
a little sidebar. For some reason, when you said that, it just made me think of, was it the Sugar Ray song that was, I've seen better days, and then the bottom dropped down.
seriously.
I'm just imagining you running to the bathroom
No.
with that song playing. Anyway.
So this happened like right when we got out like to the trucks after we dropped the gear off, right? And that happened. But then it was like a quick recovery. Like, just like boom. And then you're like, oh. And then everything just kind of seemed to clear up. And it was, it was fine, right?
You were in
And-
the eye of the storm.
Yeah, so I was just sitting there talking with him, and just started having those feelings of like, you gotta go, it's time to go home, and I don't know why, we were still sitting there talking, right? And so finally an hour goes by that we're sitting there talking about the season, talking about other things that are going on, talking about fantasy football, just a bunch of stuff.
okay, so
and
you
then-
could have taken off at
Oh,
any
I could have
point.
left at any moment. That's
So
what
this
makes
is
it
on
so
you.
bad. Yeah, this is 100% on me.
You tempted fate is what
Yeah,
happened here.
yeah. I played Russian roulette this evening.
Oh, my God.
Okay, that's the problem. Because all the while, like, there's like this buildup going on, right? I
Yeah.
mean, that's basically what's happening. But I'm suppressing it, like I'm fighting against it. There's a war going on, and my buddy doesn't even realize what's happening. And so it was one of those moments. Like I finally got to the point of discomfort where I didn't even like close out the conversation. I just said, all right, well, I gotta go. And I just turned around and like walked away.
Bye.
Like, what a jerk.
Yeah, dude, I didn't even wait. He listens to the podcast though, so he's gonna know what happened now.
Awesome.
So I get in the truck, dude, and I don't even fasten my belt. I just turn the key over and I back out like super fast. And the park that I was at is about 15 minutes from my house, right? And on the way there, I have to pass Drew's house. And so I pull out of the park and I'm going down the road, and it just finally like settles with me, like I'm not gonna make it home. Like, I come to this realization that I'm not going to make it home.
And you're not even very far from the park when you come to that conclusion.
Yeah.
Because I live close to the park.
He lives really close to the park. And so
Just a single tear starts rolling down.
So of course, no matter how fast I'm driving, the one stoplight that's between me and my house goes red as soon as I pull up to it.
Of course.
Because Murphy's
what
Law.
happens.
That's
happens,
exactly
dude.
what happens. So I pull up to the light, I pull out my phone and I call Andrew. And it rings like 5 times and he doesn't pick up. So I'm thinking, oh crap, which is kind of ironic, right?
Yeah.
So finally he picks up on like the 6th or 7th ring. I don't even remember which one it was. And I'm pulling up to the street and I can see his house and there are 3 cars there that I don't recognize. And he picks up and I was like, hey dude, are you at home? And he was like, yeah, I am. And I was like, I'm looking at 3 cars. Do you have guests over there right now? Andrew only has 1 bathroom in his house. And he was like,
And it's a small house, dude. Thin walls. It's old. It's lifted off the ground. It echoes, dude.
it's basically a cave.
It's an echo chamber.
Oh yeah, dude.
So I asked him, I was like, do you have people over right now? And he was like, yep, I sure do. He's like, why? And I was like, dude, I really got to drop a deuce. I don't think I'm going to make it home.
Hey, you know what the crazy part is, dude? I don't know what it must be the location of our house. You're not the first person to call us about that.
It's like the Bermuda Triangle of this town, dude.
It just the bottom drops when they get near our place, dude.
So he asked, he was like, why, what's up? And I was like, I really got to drop a deuce, bro. Like, but I don't know if I want to do it with that many people there. And he was like, yeah, I wouldn't want to either.
Hey, dude, when we have guests over, I usually choose not to.
and then followed it up with, besides, I really don't want you to.
That's what friends are for.
Yeah, exactly, right? So I was like, man, whatever.
I'm surprised he didn't ask you, are you going to take a dump in your pants? No, you can't come in.
I already knew the answer to that, dude, when he called me about it.
So, I mean, my response was like, okay, I guess I could just like try and make it home. He was like, yeah, make sure you let me know how it works out because I can't wait to tell the story. So I hang up the phone, dude, and I just like floor it on the gas. Like, I got to try and get home. I'm probably about 10 minutes away from my house, like, from passing Drew's place. Mm-hmm. And so I'm flooring it, dude. And like literally every part of my body is sweating. Like
the
sweating.
worst,
Yeah,
dude.
everything is sweating. It made
Back,
me.
you're like puckering.
Yeah.
At this point, it's mental. It's 90%
Yeah,
mental.
dude. Yeah,
dude.
You have to focus.
all it
I don't even see the road anymore. I'm just.
You're using muscles you've never used before.
I didn't even know I was capable of doing Kegel exercises, but
Am I having contractions?
anyway, it's all sorts of bad in the truck. I can't turn the AC up high enough to try and cool down and feel better. Like it's like that bad, right?
Palms are sweaty. You're loose on the wheel.
Yeah. It's
Mom spaghetti.
So I'm driving down the road, and I gotta say I'm proud of myself, man. No matter what, like it doesn't matter if it looks like I just like chowed down on 15 jalapenos. Like I think I'm going to make it. I get like 2 minutes away from the house, man, and then that bottom drops out again. And at this point, I'm thinking to myself, wow, I'm really glad that I put these neoprene seat covers on the seats of my truck. Because if this goes bad right now, the only option that I have is to throw these bad boys away. Like that's all there is. There's no salvaging anything. So I make this last turn going down towards my house, man, and I'm thinking I might just make it. And then it dawns on me. I have to get out of the truck from the position. Yeah, from the position that I'm in, which is a sitting position, right? I have to get out of the truck.
Just unfold all of that. The floodgates.
Oh, no.
I'm thinking to myself, how am I going to do this? Because like the way I'm sitting right now, I kind of feel like things are kinked.
That'd be like Eastman breaking, dude, and then Brenda has to contain it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I'm seriously like, a third of a mile away from my house, man. And I'm just like, nope. And I cross the other lane into this almond orchard, throw it in park,
Nice.
open the door, roll out, pull my pants, and just go.
Oh my!
On the side of the road, dude. At this point, I'm not even caring if
It wasn't
anybody
even
comes
dark.
by. Nope.
Dude,
Broad
when you called
daylight.
me, it was very daylight.
Country road.
Yeah, but I mean, the country road I live on has neighbors. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I was just gonna ask, was it on your street, dude? That's bold.
yes,
Yeah, it is.
it was on my street.
Oh man, people walk their dogs there.
Not
That's going
anymore.
to affect property values.
Oh, that's great, actually, dude. People were trying to sell their house. Oh, you got homos crapping over here.
So
So bad.
doesn't matter. I mean, the relief that comes with like you just escaping a really bad situation is
And-
amazing.
And in your natural habitat,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, exactly. So I mean, I made it. It's not one of those bad pants crapping situations. However, what I did do was as soon as I got into the house, I went straight back. The wife's like, "Hey, babe," I didn't say a word. Just kept walking all the way to the back and changed my shorts, threw away my underwear, and took a shower.
What do you even say? I just crapped 100 feet away from here. I couldn't make it that extra 100 feet.
Just sometimes the planets align, man, and you just you can't cheat fate.
I almost pooped my pants a stone's throw away.
So
That's amazing.
that was
dude.
my interesting.
I haven't
interesting
been
thing
that
for the
close in a
week, so-
while, dude. That's
It's so good.
Yeah,
I kind of
It's been
kind
a
of-
really long time, and I don't enjoy it. I can't.
I was just gonna say I kind of envy the rush that you get. I'm a little
It's like
jealous,
bungee jumping.
dude. It's like that adrenaline boost, you know.
I don't miss it.
Bungee jumping, skydiving, running with the bulls, almost crapping your pants.
So
Yeah, that's
anyway,
pretty awesome.
Drew, your week, bro. Enlighten us.
Oh,
Please.
dude, my week was pretty kind of a blur. Lots of trying to sleep,
Yeah.
baby getting fussy, gassy. We found out in the past.
Wait, baby or Josh?
Just everybody around him has it.
Everybody around me this week is fussy and gassy.
Well, yeah, dude, she's starting to do like the projectile pooping.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
those are good
geez.
days. Those are good
Yeah,
days.
dude, like
Yeah.
you
Keep
can
your head on a swivel.
you can hear it, dude, like when I'm holding her and you can hear it like splat and hit the diaper. It's like coming out with force,
And she's all,
So- Yeah, dude. So last week Elizabeth was changing her and she had some projectile diarrhea and
Nice.
she had gotten in the habit of not using anything underneath because we hadn't had any issues previously, and this was at her parents' house.
Oh, first timers.
Oh, diarrhea
Always use protection.
all over.
Always
use
protection.
Always.
Then she's holding her while her mom's cleaning up the poop, and then she starts peeing with no diaper on.
Oh man.
Just peeing all over.
What
the
a
place.
rookie.
Yes. So then it happened again the other day when we were at home, but we had the mat down. So luckily it didn't go all over the place. But we just realized like we really need to be faster about putting this diaper on, dude, because it's just any minute, any second, dude.
So you guys are practicing the art of putting the new diaper down before taking the old diaper off, right? You
we
laid the baby
are-
down?
Yes, now we are.
On a new diaper.
I'm texting her right now.
It's like disarming a bomb, Drew. There's steps.
Yes. On that changing table, you put a new diaper laid out. You lay the baby on the new diaper. You remove the old diaper. You fold the new diaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So that was
They're all trying to make it to 8 seconds over here. They're
I just try and
yeehaw!
pull it out, like you would the dining room table trick, try and keep everything on there and then try and slide another one under there real quick. So it wasn't too much excitement, but there are some things that I either heard on the radio or whatever that kind of stuck in my head. Eddie Murphy, we all know who he is, right? Yeah. Unfortunately. So he's 57 years old this year, and
holy cow.
Wow.
What's even crazier is he's having his 10th kid. He's expecting his 10th kid.
Oh my gosh, dude. You know what? When you hit 57 and you're having your 10th kid, you don't even raise them anymore. That's what the first 3 are for.
Oh yeah. Dude. No, dude, they're already like graduated college. They don't even know that kid. They're so disconnected from him.
That brother dad? Oh man.
So I thought that was pretty interesting. And then I don't know if we talked about it before about parents hiring tutors for their kids to play Fortnite. We talked about that, right?
Yeah, I think
no, I don't think so.
Oh, maybe this was a conversation you and I had at a different time.
So yeah, there's a thing going on now. I guess Fortnite is such a big deal where parents are actually hiring professional gamers or YouTubers to tutor their kids in how to win at Fortnite.
Why?
Like coach them?
Yeah, dude.
Oh my God.
Why?
Yeah. So if that doesn't breed the mentality of I can have whatever I want, then I don't know what will. Which takes me to my next thing, dude. So I was reading this article today, and it was about this chick who, her and her boyfriend, they wanted to have like their dream.
No, I read the same one today,
dude.
Oh, this is perfect. Yes.
Dude, so this chick and her boyfriend, they went to a psychic. And they were trying to figure out, they had like 2 wedding options. One was the cheaper, affordable one. And the other one was like the dynamic dream wedding in
everything she ever wanted.
In like Bermuda or something, dude.
Okay.
The catch was, in order for the Bermuda one to work out, everyone that they invited had to give them $1,500, dude.
You had to pay to go to this wedding.
$1,500, dude. So they didn't ask for gifts. They asked for $1,500 from each guest. They were very vocal about that. So the psychic told them, before this happened, the psychic said, oh, you guys should go for the dream wedding, right? So they decided to go for the dream wedding, send out the invitations. Only 8 people out of everyone that they invited responded with money. And that's after they lowered it down to $1,000. And
every good decision starts with what a psychic told you to do. By the way, our sponsor for this evening is 1-800-PSYCHICS now.
Call Patty. So she got all pissed, dude, because they couldn't afford their dream wedding. Her and her fiance wound up calling off the wedding altogether, splitting up, and then she went on like this 15-minute rant online, bashing all of her friends and family for not providing money for her dream wedding, and that's the only thing that she asked for.
Yeah.
That is the kind of chick who got a tutor for Fortnite.
I'm pretty sure the article started out that way, to be honest.
Yowza, man.
Yeah. Welcome to first world.
Oh, dude.
Well, it's not even, is it a problem? It's definitely a problem. But
there is a problem, dude. But the problem is
our problems are so good.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to explain it right now.
It's because she was comparing herself to the Kardashians. And she said, she was quoted saying, I just want that Kardashian wedding. Yeah. Can't they just give me my one day?
Yeah. There was something in there about the family being strangely obsessed with like the Kardashian
and
lifestyle and social media and something like that. Yeah. So, I mean,
crazy, dude.
I don't know how people live their lives online, man. I just don't understand it. I don't get it.
Speaking of social media, make sure you hit us up on Twitter at YMH or on Instagram at YMH. And hey, when we come back, we are going to jump into an awesome theme. We're going to talk best TV theme songs, so stick around. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to the show. Tonight we're going to be talking best TV theme songs. Look, we all have theme songs from television shows that we love, songs that stick with you, that were like the perfect embodiment of what made that show awesome. So tonight we want to talk about that. And heading us off, Drew, come on, man. Talk to me. Best TV theme song.
I must be going first because I'm the only one that picked good TV shows.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Definitely not you. So, I picked probably the two of the best shows that I've seen actually, no, the first show, it's not about the theme song, but the theme song gets me amped up for the show. Of course, I'm talking about Game of Thrones. Who knows what that song's even called, but I just know that every time I watch it and I hear that song, I just know what's coming.
You know, there's something about that song that is really good. And then when it's over, I'm extremely disappointed because I never felt like it took off.
It's like the same all the way through.
Yeah. Like it's like a movie orchestration that you're ready for the climax. And
okay, dang it.
Or better yet, it's like getting on a plane and going down the runway at 100 miles an hour and then coming to a stop.
Like turning around and going.
It's like there was not even a drink service. By the way, I have to say, I Googled it, Drew, and I want you to know the actual title is Game of Thrones theme, or also referred to as Game of Thrones main theme. So
they got real creative on that.
Okay, so maybe they should have used a different song because now I feel differently about that one.
Sorry, I don't mean to like go around punching holes in.
It's
your,
okay.
in your song.
That's still the best show ever. Next one. This one cannot be beaten.
We'll see.
Sons of Anarchy. Run through this wall all alone.
keep going. Please keep going.
Yes, please.
I don't know any more of it. I need to have the song on.
We're all through this world.
Okay, so I'll give you this. All right?
Okay, before you abuse me verbally.
You sounded like the uncle off of South Park who used "Running in this world all alone."
When you let me borrow the album from like the first season, I was really hesitant, but I did agree with you. It actually turned out to be a really like good album to like listen to.
Oh, dude, the soundtrack's amazing.
Yeah, it's really awesome. But the simple fact that I watched 7 seasons of Sons of Anarchy, and I don't remember a single thing about the theme song.
Dude, I just sang it.
Did you?
Dude, if you want, Drew, I could give you a dramatic reading of the lyrics right now.
Please do, actually. That sounds...
Okay, here we
Those
go.
are heavy.
Wait, please tell me that he got like 2 of the words wrong.
It was okay. It was a little, I mean...
We're going to find out right now.
Yeah.
Here we go. This Life by Curtis Stigers.
That's right,
and
dude.
the Forest Rangers.
The Forest Rangers.
Riding through this world all alone. God takes your soul. You're on your own. The crow flies straight, a perfect line, on the devil's path until you die. This life is short, baby, that's a fact. Better live it right. You ain't coming back.
Dude, why? Your person changed from like start to finish.
I know. Gotta raise some hell before they take you down. Gotta live this life.
That was season 2 when they went to Ireland.
Yeah, for real. when they got Bert the chimney sweep. Gotta look this world in the eye. Gotta live this life till you die. Mary Poppins. All right.
I feel so bad for you. You walked in so confidently.
I still feel good about him. We haven't heard yours yet.
Drew, anything else about Sons of Anarchy? I mean, dude, that seems like a good choice, dude. Those lyrics are...
It's a great choice.
I like how he actually said it seems like a good choice. He didn't actually say it was a good choice.
Hey,
hardcore.
I'm really anticipating his.
Okay. Then first of all, let me give a little honorable mention to the theme song to the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Can we all just agree that it was pretty amazing? The guitar,
Yes.
Go Power Rangers.
Yes, for a 9-year-old boy, it was pretty amazing.
It was the most like hardcore song you'd ever heard when you were 9. It
Go
was good
Go
for you.
Power Rangers.
Right? It had the
I ride through the world.
So
It sounds like the Marvel Man, dude.
honorable mention to Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. But guys, dude, the TV theme song that is iconic, that is like the embodiment of our childhood, that everybody, as soon as you hear the opening lines, you want to sing along. Dude, Everywhere You Look, the theme from Full House. I mean, come on. There's nothing.
You know
Dude,
what I told? You know what happened today? My wife was asking me like what the outline looked like for the show today, and I was kind of reading through it, and I told her it was about TV stuff, and she goes, "What did Robert pick?" And I was like, "Full House," and she goes, "He talks about that show a little too much."
Yeah.
What?
Well,
When have I ever-
She's like,
he was the fourth sister.
she was like, she was
Wait
like,
a minute.
You could tell what everyone really likes by what they pick.
Okay, you know what? I was going to refute that, but now I'm thinking Danny Tanner killed his wife. The UJ. She's right. But I digress.
I couldn't even think of the theme song, dude, until you just
Dude.
sang it right now.
Everywhere you run. Run? Is
Nope.
it run? Nope.
Wait, what is it? Everywhere you what?
Yeah.
Dude, hang on. Just let's remember it starts out. Whatever happened to predictability?
The milkman, the paper boy.
There you go.
Evening TV. Oh, we're not going to Andrew.
No, I don't want to play this game.
I'm out.
There you go. See, thank you, Josh. Now, here's the deal. The next line you're expecting is,
you rogue.
I'll play your game, you rogue. Dude, I forgot about that. That sounds so good. I'll take the rapist for 20. Okay. So good.
Celebrity Jeopardy. That was perfect.
Oh,
Dude,
man.
okay.
People
There's
who haven't
way-
seen that just think that's way inappropriate.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, do us a favor. Look up Celebrity Jeopardy on SNL. We're not condoning raping.
Might have to just edit that right out.
I'll put a little disclaimer on the front of the show.
Yeah.
Just censor it,
Probably
dude.
not a bad idea.
Anal bum cover. Okay. Dude, there's way more lyrics to this song than, because we're used to whatever happened to predictability, Milkman and Paperboy, you miss your old familiar friend, waiting just around the brand, everywhere you look, do. Okay, but dude, there's way more lyrics to the song. Shall I give you a little rundown?
You might as
Do you
well.
care?
I mean, notice you're only talking to Josh right now. You're not asking for my opinion.
Since we were given one song with no lyrics, I'll take a song with lyrics.
There you go. Okay. Okay, so whatever happened to predictability, the Milkman, the Paperboy, evening TV.
Fast forward.
How did I get delivered here? Somebody tell me, please. This old world's confusing me. With clouds as mean as you've ever seen, ain't a bird who knows your tune. Then a little voice inside you whispers, kid, don't sell your dreams so soon. That's wisdom, fellas. Holy cow. And then, of course, everywhere you look, there's a heart, blah, 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 all that stuff. But
Those lyrics were actually in the opening song?
apparently season 1. Yeah, apparently it was like a 17-minute track.
Oh my gosh.
The original one.
That's the only thing that'll put you faster than my story about sleeping a few episodes ago.
Listening to the original Full House theme. But yeah, dude. I mean, when you think of that time, when you think of the 90s, you think TGIF, you think about, dude, that's that guy, his name was Jesse Frederick. He's the one who wrote the theme to Full House, to Family Matters, Step by Step, Perfect Strangers, all those shows. He was like on fire, dude. Dude,
That guy made a lot of money.
oh, are you kidding?
Yeah, that guy made a lot of money.
He's making that Full House money, baby. It's the bigger love of the family.
Is it Game of Thrones money, though?
Probably not. By today's standards, maybe. I don't know. 1980s standards.
Yeah.
Anyways, was there a more iconic TV theme song than Full House? I'm not sure.
There was.
But Josh, change my mind,
because
Josh.
I've got it for you. I've got it for you. Now, this wasn't like my favorite show growing up. It wasn't all about women. So I've got Rob on that one too, which is good.
Turkey in a bit.
But it had a very catchy song that everyone was very familiar with, and I thought this was like one of the most classic TV theme songs. And I'm talking about that song from Cheers. Sometimes you just want to go where everybody knows your name.
Oh yeah, dude.
Dude, that is a comforting song. It's a bar song. If you've ever been in a bar when that song comes on, and it actually does happen, everybody, and
It's
I mean
crazy.
everybody, breaks into singing that song, dude.
So for our millennials, it's not that good. Don't watch it.
I don't know, man. I go back and watch Cheers. I like it.
First, it brings a tear to your eye, and then it inspires you, and then it's like camaraderie.
Dude, the
Everybody
lady with the poofy hair really bothers
Dude, it was
me.
the 80s.
Rhea Perlman?
No, yeah,
Is that her name?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. No, but there is
And then
something that transitioned from Cheers, that generation, into our generation, and it's Cliff the Mailman.
I was just
He's in
gonna say,
every
you
Pixar
go.
film, dude.
The mailman.
Like, so there's
is
a
that his
connection.
voice?
Yeah, yeah. Like
I
that.
liked him better in those.
Yeah, no, dude. Like that is a connection that we as millennials
Cliff the Mailman
have
just
with
seemed
Cheers.
lazy, dude. And that should be a character that you
That was-
hate.
that was
That's
Norm.
Federal tax federal tax dollars, dude. He's sitting in a bar all day
Yeah, after-
with people's mail in his bag.
After he delivered his mail.
Here's Did you ever go back? Did you ever go back as an adult and watch Cheers?
Yeah,
No, I would never.
Okay,
yeah.
It's actually a really good show,
It is, man.
Now-
It's a
now here's
really
what
good
I'll say.
show. I enjoy it right now.
dude. Cliff and Norm. These are just hard-working American, red-blooded American stiffs.
Working Americans.
They found like the two biggest dudes they could find. And we're like, let's set your butts in a bar stool. You guys don't have to do
Drew.
anything.
There's something I need to tell you, and that is, making your way in the world today takes everything you got.
Okay, I don't know what that was about, but
Isn't that the Cheers
That's a
song?
theme from Cheers.
That's about the
I'm
topic.
just kidding. I'm just kidding. Calm down. Gosh, dang, dude. Tell me that you don't want you wouldn't want to walk into a bar and everyone's like, Drew. Like that'd be awesome, right?
No, I don't drink anymore, so I wouldn't walk into a bar. And
That's not the point. That's not the point.
You want to
That's not
walk
the point,
into a
Drew.
juice bar, and everybody says, Drew.
I don't like juice bars.
Dang it, Drew.
Okay.
You walk into a Waffle House.
Sure, yeah. Stage a show in a Waffle House, dude, and I'm in.
Or the Alhambra guy shows up and he's like, Drew.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Yeah, I like water.
just you and the Alhambra guy. That's weird.
It does seem kind of weird now that I think about it. But dude, Cheers, iconic, man. That song is catchy, like, and it's a drinking song too. Like, you can actually sing it with your buddies, like at a bar when it comes on. Like, Cheers, hands down, best TV theme song. Which leads me to
Cheers.
my next topic. Also, another show
Liver
about
cancer
a bar.
Is that about liver cancer?
No. Also, another show about a bar. However, as much as I love this show and the comedy that comes with it, this is actually the exact opposite. I actually hate the theme song because it comes across so lazy. So if you've ever seen How I Met Your Mother, like theme song to How I Met Your Mother, dude, couldn't
Just
be.
yeah,
Yeah, so that's how it goes. Like, they do an opening segment every time in the show. They do an opening segment, and then it just goes straight to, like, you know, your high school video playback or something. It's just a bunch of photos, and the song is ba 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 ba. Like, what? So, for as much work as you put in this show to try and make it funny, that's what you settled on theme song wise. Like,
Game of Thrones song, but in acapella.
no, it's not acapella. It actually has music behind it. So it's a step above Game of Thrones because it has lyrics. It might have only one lyric that literally rotates right behind itself the entire
What's the
time
lyric?
on loop. Ba
What we're saying is the guy who wrote the Hot Pocket jingle had more talent than the How I Met Your Mother.
Rob brings up an excellent point.
Bless you, Jim Gaffigan. Hot Pocket. Well, what do you think? We want to hear from you on social media. What is the best TV theme song? Was it the theme song from Game of Thrones?
Nope.
Whoa. Dude, do you see what you're doing right there? You're setting me up for people to already have negative connotation about that just by the way that you said it. So I ask you to retake that, my good sir.
Okay, let's retake that. Here we go. Let's rewind. Okay, we're ready. Okay, here we go. So is it going to be the song from Game of Thrones?
There you go. Now say yours like you said mine before.
Or Full House? I mean, come on.
Real believable.
Or, of course, or that iconic show, Cheers. We want to know. We want to hear from you. We'll throw up a poll. You vote. Let's find out. I believe that I have this one in the bag, fellas. I'm sorry, but...
You're playing with fire over here, bro.
We'll see what happens.
I also just still find it alarming how much you talk about that.
The
show.
only way I lose this poll is if the fourth answer is what's Cheers.
No, the fourth choice will be right along this world all alone. All right, and speaking of keeping the conversation going, let's take it to a listener question. Fellas, tonight via Facebook, Mr. Joey Pancakes asks, what is a good way to make an immediate impact when starting a new job?
Oh, this is easy. As soon as you walk through the door, you drop your pants. Impact made.
And if you're Josh, you take a dump right there, too.
No, you do it in the parking lot on your way in. Dude, I was thinking about this, and one thing that always drove me crazy is when you have somebody new at work and you're trying to tell them stuff, and they're like, I know. So when you start your new job, dude, when they're trying to run through everything, you just, I know. Well, no, this is how you do. I know. Yeah, but that's not what you did. I know.
Dude, that's
You're gonna go far, man. You're gonna go far in this company.
Day one.
Check it out. This guy knows everything.
My boss goes home to his wife. I really hate the new guy.
She's like, I know. Dude, I think it's just you identify the biggest guy in the room and you punch him in the face, right?
It's not prison. Well, I guess it kind of is like prison.
So it's work. In the big scheme of things, financial prison.
You go and you do a bunch of things that you don't want to do for pay that isn't great, surrounded by people you don't like.
And you actually have less free time than if you were in prison.
Touche, Rob. Touche.
Thank you. All right, well, fellas, on that note, as always, we come to the end of our time. Let's talk about what we've learned. Number one, if you want to be a successful Hollywood composer, all you need is some pop music and just one word like ba. Ba, 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 ba. It's ridiculous. Number two, if you want to make a big impact at your job or pretty much anywhere, just drop your pants. That's what we've learned today. I don't know what kind of impact it's going to make, but there will be one.
There will definitely be one.
And finally, we've learned that if you're in the middle of a code brown, never, ever go to Drew's house because it's not going to go well for you. I'm so sorry. Hey, we just want to say thanks to everybody who's been listening and supporting the show. Make sure that wherever you get your podcasts, you go and leave us a 5-star review. It really helps out the show. And until next time, I'm your host, Rob Lambert.
This is Josh Frankenstein.
And this is Drew Carroll.
Oh,
dude.
I know, I'm sorry.
And scene.